And once again, as mentioned, we are talking with Diane Lautenschlager, who is a grad of Kent State Tuscarawas and works with the Tuscarawas County Convention and Visitors Bureau. Hey, Diane, good morning. Thanks for joining us today.
Good morning, Brad. Thank you so much for having me on the air today. It's really a pleasure to be here and be talking about Kent State University at Tuscarawas. I mean, I have so much pride and love in my heart for that university and all who are associated with it.
Wow, that's a great endorsement right off the bat. So that obviously has led you to the County Convention and Visitors Bureau. So tell us a little bit about what you do there. You're in partnership development, right?
I am, yes. Thank you. So the mission of the Tuscarawas County Convention and Visitors Bureau is really to encourage visitors to come into the county, travelers to stop in, and really enjoy all of our assets, spend time in our hotels, and enjoy the restaurants, the small businesses, our shopping assets, the arts. We have so much available here in Tuscarawas County. So overall, every day, with working partnership development here at the CVB, I just really strive to strengthen all of our partners within the community. But so many folks don't realize the impact of travelers within our county. Mm-hmm. When a visitor comes in and they're here for just the day, they spend on average $135. So, that includes the visitors who are coming in to ride their mountain bikes at Camp Tuscarawas, would include even some of those visitors that are coming in from visiting teams and playing sports on the campus at Kent State here locally. So, but when we can convert those day trippers to an overnight visitor, they spend then on average upwards to $335 in that same 24-hour period. So that's always the overall mission. But then on a day-to-day basis, I utilize my education from Kent State, then doing some grant writing for our partners, helping them to make sure that they're not paying out of pocket for something that's fundable from one of our wonderful local communities, help with marketing buys, really putting together strategies as far as who's coming to Tuscarawas County and what messages they need to be hearing in order to, again, convert them to be coming into the county to spend time with us. So it's really an interesting job. I appreciate it sometimes. It's how many plates you have spinning in the air at one time, how many people you're working with. Our work here is definitely community and people driven. So it's bringing lots of folks together. We realize as well, too, that because we are a small Appalachian county, we do really work regionally as well. I put together a partnership a couple years ago that involved 6 counties, and we worked travel shows a few years in Washington, D.C. Sadly, the travel show then that we were going to get out and focus on last year in North Carolina was canceled. But I think sometimes people, we live here, and sometimes that statement, you can't see the forest for the trees. Mm-hmm. And we work really hard, Brad, to make sure that, local residents remember the fabulousness of Trumpet in the Land that's going to be having a season again. The Performing Arts Center at Kent State University and the walking trails around that university that are open to the public, as well as for the use of faculty and students to really enrich them. So lots of things happening.
Yes, sure are. And as you're talking about Kent State Tuscarawas and the campus itself, tell us about you. You were educated locally, local high school, but then did not go right away to Kent State Tusk. You were what we call a very non-traditional student when you entered there to be trained for your current job. So what was that process like?
That was really interesting. So I spent a little bit of time at Kent State, a couple semesters after graduating from high school, and at that same point in time, was moving into marriage, had started a career with a local bank, and also that education, while I knew it was important, it had lesser priority in my life at that point in time. So things being what they were, my children were well established into college, and my life just was on a journey that led me back to the university. And I can never forget walking in. Like I say, I was very, very non-traditional. So just kind of, put a thought behind how old I might have been. But walking in and sitting down at admissions with Lori Donnelly, it was the first time I met with her, and we were talking about what my class schedule would look like, working full time, and how I would be able to afford this on my own again, being single and self-employed, and what that would look like. And I had a lot of concerns. I had reservations. I knew that I wanted to be on campus. I knew that, but I was uncertain if it really was going to work out. And Lori looked me in the eye and she said, "You can do this, Diane."
Nice.
And I think if there's ever been words in my life that have resonated with me, it was the power of her personal attention, her care, and true, sincere belief in me that allowed me to believe that I could do it as well, too. So there is one little funny story about that. So, the hours that you take on, that you earn through your studies are truly never lost, with the exception, I'm going to date myself here a little bit. So when I had attended the campus right out of high school, one of the prerequisites was a typewriting class. Those were the only hours that did not transfer into my degree then many years later.
Yeah.
But from start to finish, it took 34 years to finish that degree. So there was a lot of living that went on in between then. But at the same point in time that I was down on campus then, I was working for the New Philadelphia Business and Community Association. So, there's just so many instances that where I can say, my time on campus, I was immediately utilizing those skills back into our community and to grow our community. Things like, sitting there in that computer class and learning about Publisher and Excel and bringing those back down, and utilizing those on a day-to-day basis here in downtown New Philly, so just so many good things came about that. And I would really hope that every listener in the audience right now who has ever had that thought of, I think I'd like to go back to school, but I don't know if it would work for me. Just really encourage you to go ahead and reach out to the university, because everyone who is there, I've met so many people since my graduation, and working back down there on campus for other purposes for the county, and everyone is there to empower your success. When you look around that university, you're going to find, people who know you by name, who truly are there to give you their personal attention. The quality of the education, is top quality. And so I think that people sometimes think, well, because it's here, maybe it's not as on the same level as what is available on main campus, and that's simply not true.
Yeah.
So and then we do need to talk about the affordability, because again, as an individual who was working part-time jobs, and which included some self-employment, I'm here to say that it really is achievable. It is affordable, and people are in place already now to empower your success and want to do so.
Right.
So,
that's great. Hey, if you can, quickly tell us about your next trip to campus, because I know it's coming up very shortly, and why are you going there?
Absolutely. So, again, with those close ties with Kent State that really appreciate it, one of the things that I do within the realm of my job here at the Convention and Visitors Bureau is really a workforce advancement marketing program under the name of Live Tusk. I'd encourage anyone who's listening who's not familiar with Live Tusk to begin to follow us on social media, to check us out on YouTube, and to check out our website as well, too, at livetusk.com. But I worked the project with Jason Ricker, who is over at the Tuscarawas County Economic Development Corporation, and we realized that it was really important for partnerships to happen, and that includes, the Convention and Visitors Bureau working with another economic development organization. But Jason and I realized that we do have a significant loss of what we want to call brain drain in the county. People who leave the county for a full-time career in their lifetime. So Lift Tusk really works to show individuals all the great assets and attributes of Tuscarawas County that are available to them here. We do so much with peer-to-peer messaging if you check out our videos, they're individuals who are sharing their story of how they came to achieve their high quality of life within Tuscarawas County. And we have quite a nice library of videos now. So I want folks to take a few minutes and look at those. But the ultimate goal of LIFTA is to show individuals how they can truly have a great lifestyle here in Tuscarawas County that's going to be really rewarding to them and really fill up all the available jobs that we have available in the county as well. So shortly here, 9 o'clock, I'm going to be down on campus this morning. Jason and I are going to be there, and we're going to be capturing videos of two students who have some really great stories to share. Again, back out into the community, we want to share their stories of how they are achieving, and they're achieving their life goals down on our campus. So great things happening.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on all of your success, and very interesting, and thanks. I'm sure Kent State Tuscarawas is grateful for the great voice that you give them through you and your experience. And thanks for being with us today, okay?
Thank you so much. And again, it's great speaking with you this morning, Brad. I appreciate the partnership that you share with Kent State, and Kent State holds the warmest spot in my heart. So,
obviously it does.
It's always good to talk about them.
All right. Hey, well, you have a great day.
You as well.
Thanks
so
a
much,
lot.
Brad. Take
Thank
care
you.
now.
That is Diane Lautenschlager from the Tuscarawas County Convention and Visitors Bureau, and alumni from Kent State Tuscarawas here on TuscTalks this morning on the BT Morning Show.